Today is our beginning first day. As you see, we're walking towards the park right now. Never been to Universal or any of the Florida parks, but I'm already knowing this is gonna be epic as shit, so yeah.
Yo, what's up everyone? So a majority of this vlog is going to be voiceover because like previous vlogs, I wasn't prioritizing, like getting vlog footage as much. I was more so just focusing on enjoying myself, but I also did want to provide some quality content for you guys. So as you guys can see, this is already a surreal experience for me. Just walking into the park as is was insane. I've never been to any of the Universal stuff. I've never been to Disney. So being to a park this big was absolutely insane to me, and I can't wait to share the journey with you guys in this video right here. So let's get right on into it.
All right, first thing we're doing is Nintendo.
Oh, I see the castle.
Do you see the old castle?
No.
Oh, I see it too. We're doing Nintendo World first. Priority always.
So we found our way to Super Nintendo World and we had to wait in this big old line. Luckily it wasn't too hot outside yet, but we were actually let in at around 9:50 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. and I am actually just gonna let the clips right here speak for themselves because I caught my raw reaction like entering Super Nintendo World, and it is a moment I want to share because it was such an insane experience to me, because I never thought in a million years I'd be able to do this. So here it is.
Oh man, it's happening. It's happening. We're going up. We're going through a real life pipe warp. Oh my god.
Warping.
Oh my god. We're warping. Here we are. Oh my god. Oh my god! Yo! Holy! Let's go back! Oh my god, look at this! Yo! It's Yoshi! Yoshi back there! We made it! This is such a dream come true, bro. Oh my god. Yoshi's Island Adventures in there. Oh, that's really cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is my first time seeing this. This is everyone's first time. Yo!
This is cooler than Japan's.
It is? Wow, I thought Japan's would be cool. We made it to Donkey Kong Land, bro. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh, this way? Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's go to the ride and fight after.
Okay. Donkey Kong. Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
So since Faz and Tara had disability passes, we ended up getting a wait time for the Donkey Kong ride. Then we decided to explore the Nintendo store for a bit. This looks really cool. Just to be inside of was so fun. I ended up getting a Mario band, and then we decided while we had time we were gonna go and get some, I guess, like maybe breakfast or lunch or something. Brunch is probably the better exaggeration. And it was like this like little like toadstool like cafe. It was so cool and so awesome, and the atmosphere just made it look like you were in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like as you can see in this clip right here, it started storming outside, like the restaurant got dark. It was so cool, man. It was so cool. So I am going to show you the food that I got right now.
All right, so I got a Mario burger, but since I ordered a gluten-free bun, I don't get that cool thing, bro. Like, come on.
Look at harder.
What is it? Like,
Look at harder. Look at harder. No, like full on.
Yeah, full top.
Oh wait, Brent, where's your lettuce?
So in all honesty, I'd probably rate the burger maybe like a 7 out of 10. Not the best burger, but also not the worst. Anyways, it was now time for the Donkey Kong ride. Now, just walking through like this experience does bring you into like the Donkey Kong atmosphere. They had the animatronics up front that you're gonna see in a second. The animatronics in Universal is insane, like genuinely so insane. Like you're gonna see in a later part of the vlog, but this was awesome to see. And I'm not much of a DK guy, but pretty freaking awesome. Anyways, Donkey Kong ride was absolutely insane.
So we just got off of DK, bro. That's genuinely my favorite ride here, bro. That was such a sick. That was so cool. I wasn't expecting that at all. Like I went in here blind. That shit was awesome, bro. Oh my god.
So as you see right here, I snuck a quick photo of us on the ride, which I didn't know that you were not supposed to do, but hey, who's gonna stop me now? Anyways, we messed around with a mini game outside of the DK Island. It was like a gambling mini game. Then we saw the store right outside of Super Nintendo World, had all these like cool little art of like Nintendo characters inside. And then it was time to go to the Harry Potter world. Now, I'm not much of a Harry Potter fan, but I know a lot of my friends are, at least my IRLs are. They wanted me to try the butterbeer. I unfortunately didn't try the butterbeer, but Harry Potter looked cool overall. But then we had this happen.
So we currently have about a 2-hour wait for Harry Potter. So we're just gonna chill in. We might go ride monsters. I don't know what that is, so yeah.
So once we had our time signed up for Harry Potter, we decided to go over to the Dark Universe ride, which had basically a bunch of monster rides and stuff.
You guys told me you were taking me gay conversion therapy.
Nah.
It's ruined, bro.
One thing I noticed about Universal, or I guess at least Epic Universe, is that they don't make waiting in line boring. They actually make it really unique. They give you a little bit of an experience. As you can see right here, this was a pre-intro to the Frankenstein ride, and dude, the animatronics here, like I said earlier, these are insane. Like I've never seen like this high level of like quality of like animatronics ever inside of like theme park rides. So we rode the Frankenstein ride, and oh my god, that might have been the best ride I've ever rode in my life.
Hey, that was the sickest ride ever. Oh my god. What was that called? What was that called? What was the ride called? Monster or something? I don't know. Frankenstein, whatever Frankenstein said. Yo, that was so cool. Monster shit. That was the fucking sickest shit ever. So sick.
Next up on the list was How to Train Your Dragons. Now, out of all of the parks, or at least all the franchises in the park, this was like the franchise that I was least familiar with. I have never seen a How to Train Your Dragon movie before, but I can tell it definitely lived up to, I guess, a How to Train Your Dragon environment. So the ride itself was just a basic roller coaster, but it was still really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll show you guys my review of this in a second.
So we just did the How to Train Your Dragon ride. That was awesome. Now we're gonna go back to Harry Potter again, express wait time. Then we're gonna see what's up after that. But so far this has been awesome.
So after a 2-hour long wait, it was finally time to ride the Harry Potter ride. Now, like I said earlier, Epic Universe makes it so that way waiting in line isn't super boring or totally boring. And I have obviously, like I said, I've only seen like one Harry Potter movie in my life, but walking around here felt so awesome. I kind of felt bad for my IRLs who didn't come on this trip, because I would have been geeking out probably if I was a Harry Potter fan. And just this overall environment looked insane. You got to travel through like scenes of like Harry Potter's world, or like Hogwarts, or whatever the case may be. Forgive me if I like mess up on some stuff. And they had like these little screens that like it looked like a glass cover. It's so hard to describe, but as you can see in some of these videos, it just looks so good. You have like like whatever that thing is, animatronic. Now I did actually record some of this ride because it was like a 4D experience kind of ride, and if I'm being totally honest with you guys, this ride was probably my least favorite, because one, it made me really motion sick because it's a 4D ride and you're looking at a screen. It was pretty similar to the Frankenstein ride, except obviously there's just a screen right there now. But I don't think this ride is bad. It just isn't for me, and I would have rather had like a Harry Potter roller coaster in some sense.
So we just did the Harry Potter ride. It was cool, but it kind of messed everyone up, honestly. Whoa! Harry Potter ride was cool, but it kind of messed everyone up. So some people are gonna chill. Me and Brian are gonna do the Stardust ride.
So as y'all heard me just say, our next ride, or at least the ride that me and Brent decided to ride because everyone else was tired, was a ride called Stardust Racers. Now, I had my eye on this ride from like the beginning of our Universal experience, and let me tell y'all, this was the fastest roller coaster I have ever been on. I heard that it went up to 60 miles per hour. Like in the tunnel, it like kind of like sped up to like a little fast, and I'm like, okay, this seems all right. But then it sped up even faster, and I'm like, oh my god, this is about to get real. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought I was gonna get sick on this ride. Genuinely, I thought I was gonna throw up everywhere after this, but I was pretty fine actually. Now obviously this footage is mine because they actually make you put your phones away, and for good reason. This ride is hella fast. So yeah, and look at that, it just double speeds up again. Like, this ride was genuinely so much fun. It isn't my favorite ride obviously because we obviously had the Frankenstein ride, but for like a roller coaster, this was so much fun, and I'd definitely ride it again if I had the chance to.
So we just did Stardust roller coaster. I don't know where it's at, but that was the most insane roller coaster I've ever ridden in my life, bro. Oh my god.
It did loops, it did flips, it went fast.
I was literally airborne.
Oh, I wish we had.
Hey, Lisa.
So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the Stardust Racer ended up catching up to me like about 10 minutes later, so I had to just chillax for a little while. I ended up walking around a little bit. I went back to the Nintendo store that was outside the park. Look at this cool like old bag from like, I think like the 2000s Universal. That's a pretty cool keepsake to have. I ended up getting this Link Zelda 8-bit from my older brother. It was like candy and stuff. Then it was time for our final ride of the trip. It was the Mario Kart ride. Now, let me tell y'all, going through the waiting in line experience, seeing all the Mario Kart stuff was really awesome. This was probably one of my favorite like walking through lines experience, or at least waiting in line experiences. Now, the ride itself, I'm gonna be honest, it was not the best ride ever. The ride has like these like Mario caps, and it has like these goggles or visors on them that are like the screen that you play Mario Kart on, and low-key that kind of ruined the experience for me a little bit. Like, I kind of wish it was more so a roller coaster like type experience. Like, the ride itself was cool, don't get me wrong, like it was definitely a lot of fun, like actually like playing Mario Kart in a roller coaster, but it just wasn't my favorite because of the whole visor thing. But I still think the gimmick was cool and overall. And so after that, it was the end of our Universal experience.
Just like that, so on Super Nintendo World. It was an honor, and hopefully I get to come back someday. But for now, this has been probably the most fun theme park experience I've ever had in my life.
Just like that, Florida experience has come to an end. This has been such an unreal experience, and hopefully I get to do this again. We got a Halloween Horror Nights, but for my first time ever traveling alone, it was not that bad at all. So I'm gonna go and grab a water. It looks like Wendy's is kind of full right now, so and once I do that, I'm going to get on my flight back to Houston. And yeah, thank y'all so much for watching the vlogs all the way through. If you guys made it this far, I'm going to start uploading a little bit more frequently again soon. At least I'm definitely going to be streaming a lot, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.